What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the weekend. What I'm going to do in this video is give you guys actually two plays for the weekend. One is going to be fully college football, fully on Saturday college football action, and then one is going to be half college football, half NFL. Okay, so probably spent the past maybe like hour looking at these plays, looking at all the different games going on in college football, all the different games in the NFL, and doing a lot of extensive research into these lines right here. So if you guys don't know what I do on this channel, I do what's called correlation. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much pairing two players together that will pretty much be correlated together or move the same direction, right? So a lot of times in football, what that looks like is taking a quarterback under yards and taking the receiver under yards. So here's actually one that we hit tonight. This is for the Boston College game. And we took this person right here, Thomas Castellanos, I think is his name, to go under pass yards, which he went under his pass yards, and then his receiver, I think this is like his number 2 receiver. Maybe it's his number 1 receiver. I think it's his number 2 receiver. Went under his yards and actually just got 0 yards in total, right? So the worse a quarterback does, the worse that his players are going to do, and then the same thing with the better a quarterback does, the better his players are going to do. So we're going to take over on some of them. I really do like the unders, especially on the NFL this week. I think the unders are just like a lot of value on PrizePicks right now. I feel like everyone takes overs, and there's a lot of value on taking unders because these lines are really inflated. You can see we also have a setup. This was actually the play of the day in this morning's video, so subscribe if you want plays every single day on this YouTube channel. The play of the day on this morning's video, I took this Indiana duo right here, quarterback receiver, to go under. So we got to wait till tomorrow to see how that plays out, but we also took some soccer correlation, which is also something I do. So you can see some setups. If you guys caught today's video, we had a really brutal day last night with that Vikings game and that safety and all that debacle with the face mask and stuff like that. We needed Sam Darnold to just give us a couple more completions, and we would have cashed maybe even multiple 10Xs. But got off on the right foot today, cashed some of these 2-mans and stuff like that. So I do want to jump into PrizePicks, make this a little bit more casual, and just show you guys what I am thinking about going into the weekend. And before I do that, I did want to tell you guys how to get 2 free months of my VIP by texting me the word bet right here. All you have to do is text me the word bet to this number, and I will get you guys the instructions on how to sign up for Bet Online. Put $20 into the website right here, and then take a $20 bet that I will give you. It should take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes to do so, and then I will Venmo and Cash App you back the $20. So it's like it'll be completely free for you. So you'll put 20 in, and then I will Venmo Cash App you back the 20. So it'll be like I'm paying you back, right? And then you will get it pretty much for free, right? And then I'll get you guys 2 free months of my VIP for doing that for me. All you have to do is send me a screenshot of proof that you did that. Again, all you have to do is text me the word bet. It is as simple as that, and I'll get you guys the instructions for that promo right here. If you guys don't know, I am a very profitable sports bettor. We are up over 300 units over the past 5 months, and this is actually what we did last year too. I did this on my own, so I didn't have the VIP, but went up very heavily on the NFL, went up very heavily on college football last year too, and we are doing these exact same strategies that I'm about to show you in that I teach on this YouTube channel every single day. So let's hop into PrizePicks and show you guys the plays for today. All right, you guys, so here we are on PrizePicks right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with college football. So like I said, I have a full college football entry for you guys, and I really like this one a lot with unders. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take Davis Warren to go under his pass yardage right here, and then we're going to take Colston Loveland to go under his receiving yard total right here. So very, very correlated. Again, Michigan, they have really bad passing, and what Michigan does is they only ever pass a lot when they're down. So when they're down and they absolutely have to pass, that is when they turn to the pass. And I do not think that Michigan is going to be down for long or very much at all against Michigan State, right? I do think they're going to probably take an early lead, maybe 10-0, maybe 13-0, and then just sit on that lead, right? However they get that lead, they're just going to get that lead 10-0 probably. Just sit on that lead for the rest of the game, and the game may end 17-7 or something like that, right? I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. So this is going to be the first duel right here. Again, Michigan gets very little passing yards, and they really just run the ball, play defense, and that's how they've been winning this year. And then Colston Loveland, Again, he is their number one target, so it's very correlated, right? If Davis Warren doesn't have a good game, then Colston Loveland's not going to have a good game. You can think about this in the opposite direction, right? If Davis Warren then just proves me wrong and he throws for 300 yards tomorrow, which, again, is very unlikely that he's going to do that, but if he does throw for 300 yards or something like that, then it's very unlikely that Colston Loveland is not going to contribute 55, 60, 65, even 70 of those yards if Warren is throwing for 300 yards, right? But again, his line is right around 150, and I really do like the under. And what we're going to do is actually, this is probably more surprising to you guys, but again, really do like the unders in a lot of these games, is take Will Howard under and then take Jeremiah Smith under, okay? So again, I know Will Howard, I know Jeremiah Smith, he's the freshman, phenom that everyone loves. And you can see, obviously, the graphs here. It does show that he goes over a lot. But same thing with Ohio State. I do think they're going to take the lead. They're playing Nebraska. They're playing a very young quarterback in Dylan Raiola. He just came off of a 3-pick performance against Indiana, and Ohio State defense is going to be just as good as Indiana, if not multiple times better, right? So I think that Dylan Raiola is really going to struggle. I think Ohio State's really going to get good field position in a lot of their, maybe get a turnover, start at the 40-yard line, maybe get a couple pick sixes or something like that, and just absolutely dominate the ground game against Nebraska. Like, Ohio State is just a different caliber of team, and Ohio State, a lot of times when they get up early in a game, and really all football teams, right, when they get up early in a game, they stop passing. They don't need to rely on the pass, right? This is not a game. We saw, if we look at Will Howard right here against Oregon, he threw for over 300 yards, right? Against Oregon, they lost that game barely. But this was a team that he needs to throw the ball a lot, right? This is the type of team he needs to throw the ball a lot. Against Nebraska, they just came off a really horrific loss. I don't think Dylan Raiola is going to recover well from that. I don't think he's going to, magically turn around and just throw for like 4 touchdowns. Again, all these things can happen, but I'm just kind of putting these things in the most likely case scenario, right? Do I think that Davis Warren is going to throw for, over 150 yards? No, I don't. I think they're going to get up early. I think they're going to keep the lead with defense and running. Same thing with Ohio State, right? They're not going to need to rely on Will Howard or Jeremiah Smith to get a lot of passing yards. Now, with that being said, Jeremiah Smith, he is one of those people that just breaks out a random 60-yard catch. It seems like every single game. Now, again, maybe he does that, maybe he doesn't, but I am going to lock this in as the first pick right here. And go ahead and put 1 unit on that. That's going to be 8.5x right here. Again, this is the play. And then the second play of the day, we're actually going to finally do some some overs now. Some overs right here. So we got Garrett Nussmeier right here on LSU. Going to take his over right here. This is going to be LSU versus A&M at Kyle Field, at home for A&M. It's going to be a crazy game. This is probably the game that I'm most excited about. I personally am a UT fan, so I'll be rooting against A&M. But this game, I don't know what it is about it right here, but this game just has like shootout written all over it. Like, if there is any game that's going to be a shootout, it's going to be LSU with a very high-powered offense, very bad defense, and then A&M, they're going to probably get their offense rolling a little bit and get their offense rolling against LSU. And I could see this going to overtime. I could see this just being a back-and-forth battle right here. And LSU is one of those teams. They're like Ole Miss. They're like, what's another team like that? Syracuse is kind of like that. They're definitely like that. UNLV is a little bit like that as well. These are teams I love to bet on because they live and die by the pass. They live and die by the pass. If the pass is not working, they keep passing. If they're down, they pass. If they are winning, they pass. Like, this is a passing team right here, which I love because we're going to be able to take his over, and then we're going to take number 1 receiver on LSU, Kyron Lacey, to go over as well. Again, he's been killing it in some of these games right here. Had some games where he's obviously doing not as well, but we're going to bet on Kyron Lacey. This is an NFL talent receiver right here, and I really like his over here. So yeah, really good duo here. I think this is going to be a shootout. That is what's likely to me. That is what all signals are pointing to. If that does happen, then we have a really good chance of hitting these overs right here. So a play I like even more, and we're going to hop over to NFL. So this year so far, what are we on? Week 8, I think. Really have not loved NFL betting. I really don't love NFL betting right now in the state that it's in. There's been so many injuries, and every injury week to week, every different quarterbacks coming in, yada, yada, we can go on and on. These teams just completely change, okay? So if you think about the Dolphins, Tua goes down, the Dolphins are probably one of the worst teams in the league. What else happened? I mean, Cleveland, really, really bad. if I scroll down here, like, Tennessee just benched their quarterback. Drake May comes in. Jacoby Brissett was like absolutely horrible, and then Drake May comes in. Now they look like okay, pretty decent now. Right here, like, I'm just going down the list. I'm just rapid firing off, but like same thing. Saints, they look like one of the best teams in the league. They kind of were shaky, struggly. Derek Carr goes out. I think he has a rib injury or something like that. Spencer Rattler's in. Now they look absolutely horrible against the Broncos the last game that they played. And they lost this game, I think, like 35-3 or something like that. So these teams are just completely shifting and just changing always. So it's really hard to bet on it with NFL. And I've really been liking the unders. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to kind of utilize some of the powers of the injuries. Obviously, Mike Evans went down and Godwin went down in last, what was that? Was that Monday night that they played? I'm losing track. Monday, Sunday, something like that. Now, obviously, I hope for a speedy recovery. I think Godwin's out for the season, so that really sucks. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to take Baker Mayfield under right here. Now, I believe in Baker. I really like Baker as a player, but do I think he's going to get 230 yards with his number 1 and number 2 receiver gone for this game? No, I do not think so. I've been following these lines very closely, and Baker's line floats right around like 240, 242. I mean, that's really what his line is normally at. So now they have him at 230. So they are only giving Godwin and Mike Evans, right, 2 like superstar receivers. They're only giving them 12 yards of value, okay? So his line is normally like 240, 242. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's normally what his line is. And now his line is 230, okay? So they're giving him like 12 yards of value reduction. Does that make sense? That from 2 receivers, he's only getting 2 receivers are down, 2 really, really good receivers, potential Hall of Fame receivers are down, and he's only getting reduced by 12 yards. That just does not make sense to me, so I'm going to take his under here. I think the Bucs are definitely going to struggle, and they're not going to have a game plan. I mean, think about if you're a team, your game plan all offseason, your game plan all going into the year is like feed your number 1 and number 2 receivers and then hand it off to your young rookie, or not rookie, but you do have a rookie running back in Bucky Irving and then young running back in Rashad White. And now both those guys go down, and now you're scrambling to find a game plan. I believe they played on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So now they have, 5, 6, 7 days to scramble around and try to find a replacement. That's why I'm taking Cade Otton under right here. I mean, if the ball's going to go to anyone, and really the only people that you can bet on here is going to be Cade Otton, and it's going to be Cade Otton and Trey Palmer, okay? Now, I think Trey Palmer, this could also be a pretty good under that you could take really here. But Cade Otton is also going to be, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to switch it here and go Trey Palmer. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Otton. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go Otton here. So I'm going to go Otton. You could definitely go Trey Palmer if you like that more. I think one of these guys is going to be the guy that he's going to have to rely on, but I don't see Baker getting anywhere close to 200 yards this week against the Falcons. I think the Falcons are just going to win, and Tampa Bay is going to be struggling, and honestly, good reason to be struggling because you just lost 2 really, really great players on their team. So hopefully those guys can recover, like I said, but I'm going to take Cade Otton under right here. Do I think Cade Otton's going to be the number 1 receiving target? He's probably going to have to be, but I don't think he is anywhere near the caliber of being a number 1 receiving target for an NFL team. So going to take this play right here. Again, let me go over them one more time right here. So this is the play we just locked in. Garrett Nussmeier over pass yards, Kyron Lacy over receiving yards. Again, very correlated, and this is the strategy that we use right here. We go correlated duo, and then another correlated duo right here, quarterback tight end, less and less together. So Baker less, Cade Otton less, and then we're going to take Davis Warren to go less pass yards, Colston Loveland to go less receiving yards, and then Will Howard less pass yards. Jeremiah Smith less receiving yards as well right here. Little bonus one for you guys who have stayed long in this video right here. I really do like, and I know I'm a Texas fan, so this is maybe showing a little bit of loyalty. But I do like the OU unders. So I don't have another thing to pair it with right here, but I do like Jackson Arnold, and I think Sharp is what I like under. Yeah, Jackson Arnold and Sharp. I like these unders right here as well. Not going to go too deep into it, and you guys are going to have to find like another duo to pair with it if you want to. But I do like this under here. So a little bit of bonus for you guys who stayed till the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. I know you guys believe in the process, believe in these videos and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.